reporting to you from Las Vegas at the NBA Summer League. Had an excellent season. I mean, I don't think a lot of people expected you to do that well. Now the expectations are going to be even higher next season. How do you plan on living up to those?
That's how I've been most of my life. I've always been the underdog, but now I think a lot of people are starting to figure out how I can play a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I read the story that you wrote, obviously.
Yeah.
You're a really good writer, by the way.
Thank you.
You kind of mentioned that Van Gundy asked you if you were willing to step up to the challenge and challenge yourself.
Yeah.
How have you started beginning that process?
I think it started this summer with my jump shot.
Selfie stick, as you can see.
I see.
Do you like it though? It's different.
Definitely different.
Definitely different. You're definitely different. You're undersized, but obviously that doesn't matter. How do you kind of use that to your advantage?
Well, I'm quick and I'm kind of strong, and I feel like.
Kind of strong?
I feel like those
kind of strong. You're very strong.
I feel like my quickness gets me to spots that I need to get to, and getting around defenders and putting, pressure on the defense.
With the situation you're in now, you have full control with the Minnesota Timberwolves. What are some of the most important aspects in terms of developing a culture when taking over a program and an organization?
Yeah, I think when you first come in, you want to build relationships first.
That's actually pretty decent. Nevel here with 3 Stripe Hoops at the Adidas Level 3 event. They have so much to offer here. Let's go check it out. I am sitting with Marcus Smart, guard of the Boston Celtics. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm here. I have a AAU team summer league.
So I know the Level 3 event is going on. Tell me a little bit about that, your guest appearance. That was awesome in there. What are your thoughts on that?
It was crazy.
You played in the NBA Summer League. Do you know that court number 5 is actually the court that you shot the game winner on?
Yes, the guy just told me.
You guys just won the Creators Cup. How do you feel about that?
Great. We feel pretty good right now.
Obviously, you're not serious all the time. I know you really like Snapchat.
Yeah.
What kind of things do you do on Snapchat? So tell me a little bit about the NBA Summer League. How did you come up with this idea?
I came up with this unbelievably genius idea. I'm going to take one team and then a second team, put them in a gym during the summer. Genius, I tell you, genius.
Yeah. If you weren't an NBA player, what other talents do you have? What else do you think you'd be?
Obviously, if I wasn't in the NBA, I'd be in school still.
If you weren't an NBA player, what other talents do you have? What else do you think you'd be?
I don't know. That's a great question. It's probably the best question. I would say baseball or something.
Being able to play alongside Dwayne Wade was great for me last year.
What did he kind of do for you?
He taught me how to be a professional.
Getting ready to go. You can be on camera too. He's making sure my life is not in danger. I don't have to sign a waiver or anything, right?
Not that I know of.
Okay, good. Ready? We're about to step off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So they call this the fastest 3/8 of a mile track here in the West. So I wanted to try it out myself. But after seeing the value of a professional sports team, they did everything they could to woo the Cubs right here. That was a good swing. It really was. You see how far that went? And twice a week, they offer gym classes to homeschool kids. Last year, you were sitting in the stands watching the red and blue game. This year, you're going to be participating. What are your thoughts going into that?
You kind of made it a little bit surreal for me. I didn't think about it that way.
UCLA is one of the highest in this conference in terms of being able to convert on third downs. What are you guys going to do to stop that? The Dominican Republic is well known for its struggle with poverty. It's also known as a breeding ground for young baseball talent. Elias Disla grew up there poor, living in an orphanage. The only thing he owned was his passion for baseball.
I enjoy it, and it's my life. I don't know what to do without baseball.
He began playing baseball when he was 9 years old, and his ability to pitch got the attention of local trainers, who are known for trying to exploit young baseball talent.
There were a couple of these characters who were coming around and you know, scouting Elias, and the director was concerned that he was going to get taken down the wrong path, that he was going to either be put on steroids, which would ruin his opportunity to ever play professional ball, or convince him to run away, quit school.
Alice and her husband, Ron Pierce, have known Elias since he was 8 years old. They travel to his town twice a year to do missionary work for the orphanage. To keep Elias from going down the wrong path, Alice and Ron were asked to take him.
When he was 16, the director of the orphanage asked us if it was possible to get a visa for Elias. Would he be allowed to come and live with us? And we said, yeah, sure.
Within 6 months, Alice and Ron were able to get Elias an F1 visa and bring him to their home in Phoenix, Arizona. It was a tough transition.
It was hard for me, like, to leave my family over there, but they knew that I was going to be like in a better place, so they were happy for me.
Adapting to a new home and culture presented some challenges.
When I first started like going to the school, I didn't know any English, so it was hard for me to go to the class and listen to what they're saying, just pretending that I understand, but I didn't.
He went to Joy Christian High School, the only high school that would take a non-English speaking student. All of his classes were in English, and nobody spoke Spanish. But even after a difficult day in the classroom, Elias insisted his parents speak English around the house.
We were going to speak some Spanish at home to him, and he said, no, only English.
They used the internet to help translate and communicate to one another. Watching TV also helped Elias learn the language quicker. But it was baseball that occupied Elias's mind.
The whole first year in high school, when he didn't have a green card, the AIA would not approve of him to play ball. He was not allowed to step foot on the field, or the game would be forfeited.
Elias did not let that stop him from attending every practice, every game, and working out with his teammates. Finally, at age 18, Elias's family got his green card, and he became eligible to play baseball in his final year of high school. Now he plays at Glendale Community College, where he brings both talent and toughness.
I think the kids appreciate how hard he works, even though the adjustment to this level of competition has been difficult. It hasn't changed in any way how hard he works, his daily work ethic, his attitude.
While baseball is his #1 focus, Disla also knows he has other opportunities here in the U.S.
It's better here than over there.
How so?
More chances, you know. Like, for example, like if I don't make it to baseball, I can get like a good job here. So like, yeah, and I can help myself, and through that I can help my family over there. So
baseball is his life, so our wish, our hope, is that he would be able to play baseball, major league at some point, work his way through the system or whatever it is, but to do that. If not, if that is not what ends up happening, we'll help him whatever he needs to do. Whatever he wants, we'll be there for him. He's our son.